Hello everyone. In this lesson, we will try to establish understanding about how are we doing our everyday tasks. Each and every job and our business as usual contains some sequence of the steps that we are using to deliver some value to the customer. This customer is not necessary to be just an outside customer, but it is as well delivering value for some internal customer. So the value streams are representation of the way how are we doing our everyday tasks, and using these steps and the processes down the value stream, we are trying to deliver some value. Each and every value stream starts with some trigger, some event, which will tell us that we need to start our sequence of activities in order to come to the conclusion or to come to delivering some value to some internal or some external customer. Let us use this example from this slide. This represents some value stream used on some hospitals and used for the purpose of conducting some exams. We will be using this example throughout this entire lessons. So this value stream starts with the appearance of some patient that needs some imaging or some exam. Immediately after this event took place, the patient goes through this first process within the value stream dealing with check-in. After this process come next processes such as conduct exam, review images, dictate report, and finally ends with printing and sending out the reports, means delivering the value. The value streams are not contain only sequence of steps or some processes. In order for value streams to be entirely functional, we need to have some people who are doing the jobs in these processes and steps. So these people are represented as some pictures about the processes. However, in order for properly doing their jobs, they need to have some supports. They are supported by some systems. You can find these different examples in your organizations or the organizations for who you are providing your services. So all the time you can recognize some value streams that are starting with some triggers. They are a sequence of the steps. They're delivering some value to external or internal customer. They have some people doing the job within this value stream, and they have some systems that are supporting their activities. These systems in this example represent some systems that are supporting several of the represented activities or steps. For example, this PACS supports 3 processes dealing with conducting exam, reviewing images, and dictating report. The other one, Meditech, deals with checking the patient, reviewing and signing the report, and printed sent reports. You can see out of this and out of your practice that these systems are not will not properly work without some support. So we need to have some support to these systems as well. These people or these teams that are supporting the system, who are supporting the value streams, are doing their everyday tasks in their business as usual value streams. They are producing value for these systems depicting in this slide. So this is the entire big picture. How are we doing our everyday tasks or our business as usual? We are using stream or some sequence of activities, structuring some value stream that starts with some trigger, ends with some delivering result, we have some people accomplishing tasks, we have some systems, and these systems should be supported by some other people. When we are doing our job, on some occasions there exist some opportunities or some necessities that we need to change something in our value stream. Perhaps we can find some points in the value stream that with which we have some bottlenecks, we have some impediments, we have issues, or we can find some opportunities for automatization during some activities along the value stream. Some of those necessities, some of those opportunities are listed on the left-hand side of this slide. These opportunities can be market demand. For example, we can have some appearance of some competition on the market for which we need to change our value stream. Changing of the value stream can be done by changing of some activities in a way. How are we doing that? Or we can change something in our systems that are supporting our activities or the processes. So each and every of these necessities or these initiatives listed on the left-hand side should be properly structured in order to deliver something with which we will do this improvement which we recognize that we need in order to change the value stream. So for that purpose, we need to undertake some projects. And here you can recognize the very root cause of each and every project that we are undertaking. So for each and every project, we need to have some business need, because of which we need to change something on our value stream, something in the way how are we doing our job, or something in the way how are we supporting the way how are we doing our job. And in the next lessons, we will deal with some challenges along the way to the very delivering of the value with which we will cover these recognized business needs. We will deal with projects. How are we properly structure the projects? How are we executing these projects? And finally, how are we delivering the value? There exist a lot of challenges down the road. We will try to stress out some of these challenges, because of which most of the projects, unfortunately, are very unsuccessful. See you in the next lesson. In the next lesson, we will be dealing with some strategic and portfolio level challenges. These are challenges that are positioned very high in the company. They are exactly dealing with all of those opportunities for improvement or for some changes of our value streams in the company.